Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another 3D Hangout. Welcome to the show. I'm Noe Pedro Ruiz, designer here at Adafruit. Joining me every week, my brother Pedro.
What's up everybody? I'm Pedro Ruiz, creative tech here at Adafruit, and every week we come to share 3D printing projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right, this is the show where we combine 3D printing, DIY electronics, smash them together to make inspirational projects. Inspirational projects.
Every week we have an awesome coupon code for you guys this week.
This week's Sparky, and we need to set that up. It's Sparky this week.
Yeah, so it's...
Jessica, if you're watching, please set the code to Sparky. It's live, we don't know what we're doing. Yeah, so if you enter Sparky probably after the show, you can get 10% off your order.
Yeah,
how's
and
that?
It expires at 11:59 p.m.
Plenty of time to
Yeah.
put your order in.
Whole
Filament, components, Arduinos,
Printers.
the real ones,
Yeah.
and printers.
And of course, everything in the shop except gift certificates and software.
Yeah, it applies to all
And
stuff.
Spend $200 or more, you get free shipping.
That's right, free shipping for U.S. stuff. Where is the thing?
And
Is
of
the thing?
course-
Here it is. All right. Go to adafruit.com/free for all the
For these-
details.
Yeah, we always got deals going on. And
Yeah.
if you are overseas, check out adafruit.com/distributors to check out your local shipping company around there.
You do everything?
Should
Just-
be a lot more
yeah,
cheaper
no.
to get it from there.
All right, cool. Good stuff. We also have, for the lucky members, residents of New York.
That same day delivery.
That's right.
So very handy for commercial companies, agencies that need emergency parts.
Yeah.
Same day. Order in the morning, get it in the afternoon. Very, very handy.
Okay. And programming note, Adafruit Daily. If you want to get newsletters, tips in your inbox, go to adafruitdaily.com and sign up for the various categories: biohacking, wearables, maker business, 3D printing, of course. What else, Pedro? A bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, we're always releasing more stuff. We just went through, I think, about 50 new tips for the upcoming month, so definitely subscribe. Looks like we're always going up about 10% every week. Very
Good
awesome.
stuff. And thank you guys for subscribing.
Mhm.
Okay, well, we're going to jump right into the show. We start off with, what are you prototyping? Pedro, you are prototyping stuff? I'm prototyping stuff. Where's the overcam? There it is. Bam! A lot of projects this week.
Oh yeah, these
This
things
is a
so
collaboration of like months worth of work here. We'll start off with you on the left over there. What you got?
Yeah, so we got the Star Trek communicator coming along. I think we'll start shooting either this week or next week. We'll do the video, the build, the learning guide for that.
This is not just a prop. This actually makes phone calls. Tell me about the components.
So we have a feather phone inside here with a GSM SIM card inside here. So it's a real bill.
What
You
is
have to
it?
pay a monthly bill to get
Yeah.
cellular access.
Okay.
So it makes real calls. You can use it for Internet of Things projects. So it's always connected to a satellite somewhere. We have a UFL connector here with the antenna. Got a 2500 milliamp battery inside here. We have a little vibration motor. We have speakers. We have some lovely buttons inside here. So we have end call, answer, and you can set this up with multiple phone numbers, but we only have one phone number right now.
Okay, so it'll call a phone number.
Yeah.
Okay, and tell me, what does it use in terms of carrier?
So
like
we're using Ting carrier.
Yeah,
so
it's a special low-cost carrier that is like pay-as-you-go.
Yeah.
But I think it also supports T-Mobile, which does 2G, right?
Yeah,
2G
yeah.
connectivity.
So yeah, Adafruit is a cell phone provider.
Yeah,
Or we build cell phones.
Right, right. We build the module, and then you build the rest. DIY
Yeah.
cell phone.
But yeah, definitely wanted to make a very cool Star Trek theme with a new movie coming out.
Yeah, these are all 3D printed parts. But I'm hoping to, when I have some time, I'm going to help you mill out some pieces using the other mill, particularly that little metal piece there.
Yeah.
And
So-
maybe even this part here.
Yeah, I
looks pretty
definitely
cool.
want to mill this out just because of the resolution for 3D printers. You can't really get the tiny little detail that you can on the. If you search around on the internet for reference images for that, there's like they get itty bitty, and to where they has like the mosaic effect where it starts like getting all
as
that
you see
weird
it,
effect
as
on
you
there.
turn, as you move it around, it gives you that effect. Yeah, it looks like
And
it's
a little
moving.
swirly effect on there, but I can't print
Cool.
that small even with like the 2
Yeah.
millimeter nozzle that we have on the Ultimators.
I have a lot more questions I have, but I'm going to save those for next week's
Yeah.
because there's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah,
Did you want
very-
to show the new case?
Yeah, so this will probably bleed into the updates that you did for your case, but
Yeah.
yesterday you did a live stream of making these cool little divots.
Look at that. You
hold
got
everything
them
together.
there.
Yeah, very handy, because one thing I'm very proud of this one is minimal screws. The only screws that we have on here are the little or the button holders that are holding all of the little platform for this that holds all the buttons in place. And everything else is being held by pegs and by friction, like snap fit together parts for the vibration motor.
Good stuff.
And yeah, so people were asking, oh, you should probably save these parts out.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
I think I'm in a little better spot to save those parts out. Although these were all custom sizes, so the size might, you can definitely edit them.
If you standardize your lips and stuff and your thickness of your lip, then
Yeah.
you should be able to reuse them. But at least we got out the sort of workflow of how to do it. And I really hope that there's somebody that can do it with less steps, because I'm
Yeah.
all about optimization
Oh,
for your
that
steps.
satisfying click sound and yeah,
And
they
it's
hold
stuck.
on there.
I picked this up
Super
before the
good.
show and it fell apart. I'm sorry about that. I didn't know it was the
Yeah, I didn't
older
want to
case.
switch it over.
Yeah, just yet. Okay.
just yet because I wanted to show it off
Okay.
before.
Sorry.
And somebody was actually commenting that we should have the whole little standoff go
Yeah.
entirely across the lip and
Save material? Save on material if you do it this way.
Yeah.
You really don't need to. You could,
You don't really need to.
but you don't need to.
But
Plus,
yeah,
it'd probably be a
very
lot
nice
harder to
and
take it
there.
apart.
Yeah, so we
It's already
will.
kind of.
I'll go over more stuff for
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
the CAD files and some of the techniques that we use to build like the patterns for
Yeah.
the hinge and all that here.
Good stuff.
And yeah, as you can see here, we're going to be cutting away at this, so it's nice and flush. And yeah, very cool little project here.
All right,
Awesome.
so we'll beam up Spock and wear some Star Trek gear.
Yeah, we gotta order those shirts for the shoot.
Oh, that's funny. We got to get in our cosplay
cool.
element. Okay. All right, next up, just wanted to show off the latest version of PiGRRL 0.
With the USB?
Yeah, so I actually did a Facebook Live exclusive stream. Was it yesterday, man? I don't remember.
Yes, it was yesterday.
Where I basically had this enclosure with those new clips, and I took the old enclosure and I took out all the parts and fastened it into this new enclosure. So the latest updates is it has a better holding mechanism for the slide switch, very minimal slide switch holder, and of course it has the USB female jack here so that you can plug all sorts of peripherals. Let's say you have Bluetooth audio, you want a hub, you want a Wi-Fi dongle, all that can be accessible here because this is wired into a tiny, on-the-go tiny USB adapter. So we just solder wires to it. So yeah, this thing is ready to go. I'm going to start taking photos of the assembly and get the guide going. So that's PiGRRL 0, finally getting to an end in terms of just getting to a finalized project. This is an on-air sign. It's sort of is it our first, maybe second, Internet of Things project. Lamar did a live stream a couple weeks ago where she used the M0 Wi-Fi Feather board to talk to the Twitch API so that it can light up NeoPixels when a certain channel goes live.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a really handy thing if you are a broadcaster or if you just want to know when your favorite Twitcher starts twitching. This is a cool project. It's just a two-piece enclosure with a panel here that clips into the frame here. I have it screwed. I'm using screws. This was like before I did that snap fit tutorial thing. So I actually kind of want to update this with that instead of using 6 screws because this is a little annoying to have to take apart. So yeah, there's the Feather Wi-Fi, or you could use the Feather ESP Huzzah 8266. I butchered that name quite a bit, but you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, on-air sign, looking good. This will be next week's project, actually. I'm in a rush to get this going too, so I have to like bounce these 2 projects because as you noticed, this week's project video, quote unquote, was me mucking around with other mill and and milling on a broken iPhone. So that was this week's video thing, video project. Yeah, it's kind of tough doing layer by layers and blog posts and all this stuff together, but you know, no, can't complain. Good stuff. All right, well, we're going to switch gears. That's pretty much what we're prototyping. Projects going on. there you go. Next up, we're gonna talk about the layer by layer stuff again, just to plug the layer by layer stuff. It happens like throughout the week whenever I have time and have actually something to talk about and show. That's when I'll do it. So I did one yesterday, and I did it then and there.
Every day of the week, yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. So yeah, I really like doing those. Those are fun.
Yeah, so definitely check the playlist for those if you want to take a look at some of the CAD techniques that you use to build a lot of, and look at your thought process too when you're developing these.
So again, I did one yesterday as well that was live on exclusive to Facebook because I was still testing out Wirecast. We had just updated Wirecast. I needed to test it out. So
yeah, it's funny that how fast we jump on stuff. Tony went into the chat and he was like, "Oh, Facebook just updated, Wirecast." So we Phil immediately, did the test.
Stop what you're doing. Update your software. Get on that Facebook. So if you're not already subscribed to Facebook, is that what you say?
I think it's liked, yeah.
If you're not liked to the Facebook page,
if you haven't liked the page,
be sure to like the Facebook page.
I got like 55,000 likes on there.
Apparently, we're getting more views in things on the Facebook, which is very strange to us because we have over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you guys for subscribing. But there's more live views on Facebook. I don't know if it's if they're lying about their views or whatnot, but it's
a lot more easier. You don't have to click on a play button, and it's like
what they count as a view is a little bit different than what I think Facebook is. So I don't know. We'll see how time goes on. But we're streaming right now on Facebook Live, multicasting here. We're on Facebook and YouTube, of course. So thank you guys, everybody, for
releasing. I think Tony's going to be looking at the chatbot stuff.
F8 happened a couple days ago, and so we were very intrigued with their 360 video rig and just their future of video that they've made. It was pretty insightful, and we definitely think live video is where it's going.
Yeah, so Adafruit's been doing this for 7 years. It's finally catching up.
It's finally catching up. I remember back before Twitter was like huge and things. There were so many different things. There was like Quick. There's all these things. Remember when video and 3G just started getting big and it just didn't take off. Now it can, I think. So no surprise here. Twitch is huge, and PT and Lamar will continue twitching and trying to do as many broadcasts.
Yeah,
multicasting.
We have a video for every day of the week.
Yeah, this is the Adafruit channel network.
Yeah.
Where we network different shows. Colin is live. Tony is live. We almost collide sometimes. I think we had once where Tony was streaming and Lamar was streaming at the same time. Something like that.
All right, cool.
All right, well that's the programming note.
Streaming from a drone. That's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Gotta get into that.
DJI and Facebook kind of partnered up or something, so they can. That would be kind of interesting.
That's interesting, yeah.
All right, well, let us know what you guys think in the comments and stuff.
And if you're on Facebook, the chat is the comment. So if you want to say something, just click on that comment.
Okie dokie.
All right, next up, we're
going to do the Shop Attackers, where we talk about the things in the shop, new products, tips and things like that we've learned, that we've failed at, because there's no always succeeding. There's many fails before you succeed. Okay. First up, I don't know what it is. I think it's this video. I'm going to see what it is. And go. What is this? Oh, okay. So over the weekend, it feels like a long time ago, I was having some problems with my printer. Yeah, printing this guy, this is a massive case. The bigger the print, the more surface area you have, the more problems you're going to have. So luckily, the FlashForge Creative Pro comes with a enclosure kit. This is just a couple of acrylic panels that you put together, and it encloses the machine. So it comes with these little hinges, an acrylic hood for the top, and a sort of guard on the thing there on the front of the machine with the handle. Very easy to put it together. We just didn't put it together because we're always printing with PLA, and we never seem to have a problem with it. But I was having problems, so I was like, you know what, it's finally time to put that kit together. Of course, it comes with the FlashForge Creative Pro, so that's really nice. So if we're planning to print with ABS, that would be a good thing too, because it's all enclosed, and you really need an enclosed chamber if you want to get the most minimal warping. So yeah, we're late to the game, but better late than never. and I had good results with this guy. So it's nice and flat, and I'm actually switched over from build tack to a zebra plate, or zebra skin actually, because it's a lot thinner and a lot more cost effective. So using zebra skin, we're going to try to use zebra skins in all of our printers going forward. Speaking of zebra skins,
we should be getting those in stock, I believe, next week. Wayne's actually working on the packaging for those.
Yeah, so these are the zebra skins for the M3D. We're getting them in different sizes. You can get a big sheet, cut it down with some shears, or you get them custom cut from Wayne Print and Z.
Yeah, he offers more sizes, but we're just going to be carrying the Ultimaker and
Flash
Forge
and this M3D.
Yeah,
so
we
3
wanted
printers.
to get the printer bot ones, but
we have the zebra plate. These don't work with zebra plate because they don't have that copper layer where the Z probe will be able to sense it.
Actually, no, it looks like it does have a
I tried it and it didn't work.
Yeah.
it crashed right into the bed.
One
Cool
tip that he had for us is after a while the can wear down or you can't get material stuck.
Yeah.
And his tip is just to take the ultra fine 200.
220,
grit.
200 fine grit sandpaper, sand it down, and then clean up the dust with a little cloth and some alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and that works out really well. And what I found using PLA PHA, high temp PLA, pretty much, it's at 240. When I print at 240 on this guy, it sticks really, really well to the bed, too well where it leaves, where you have to really force and you could potentially damage your part. So what I find is if you add a tiny drop of olive oil and spread it across with a paper towel and then clean it off with alcohol, it makes this combination where it's stuck but easy to remove after the bed, which is pretty nice. So you only have to do that maybe one every 5 print jobs. So that's what I'm finding, and of course you can still sand it down too if you need to. So this is some really versatile stuff, long-lasting build surface material for your printer,
and very cost-effective too. So we'll
Good
have these
stuff.
very soon. Under the tip is the adhesive on here that we mentioned in the last broadcast.
The
It's
adhesive
super
is
strong, so you want to add some blue tape on the bottom.
Don't have to, but it's recommended.
Yeah, just so it doesn't.
Unless you want to like really pry off your bed.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
and shout out to Angus from Maker Muse who did a review on the zebra plate. That's the thicker version of this.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't have the adhesive, but these are the zebra skins. So it's again from the same frame. Same Wayne frame guy? No, let's say Wayne's awesome.
Get him on the show. Yeah, he actually lives right down the street from us.
That's right.
Right over by that Toys R Us on 441.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, we really want to take a look at his facilities and maybe do a video. If you guys think that is a cool idea, let us know. We'd love to check that out.
Yeah, he also does a lot of the filament that we now carry.
Yes.
So
Wayne's doing it up, man. He's got the maker story.
Oh yeah.
Very interesting.
Very cool.
Fellow maker dad. All right. Moving on, the Type A machines, Series 1 Pro. We talked about it last week, and we're sold out of them or something. What happened?
What's that?
The Type A machines.
Oh my God, yeah. So these went out immediately, maybe because
I didn't think anyone would buy them. They're $4,000.
I mean, there's a lot of engineers out there that that's
price is no option for people who got the cash.
Yeah, we are completely sold out of these.
Yeah, I don't know if we'll restock them. But thank you for purchasing them. Maybe it was that deal. 10% off is quite
That's what I was about to say. Yeah, nobody else on the net is able to offer that with free shipping. Yeah, it's good for everybody else.
Bad for us.
No, that's actually good.
It's good. But anyway, Pedro's printing. Do you want to show it off? The Dragon Knocker.
Oh, I think I have it back here. It'll be next week's time lapse Tuesday. But yeah, after about 20 attempts.
Oh my God! Printing bigger, more problems. But this is from Shira on Thingiverse, who I believe works for BQ, maybe or maybe not. But this is on the BQ site and things, but it's on Thingiverse as well. And this thing is massive. It's called the Dragon Knocker.
It's for a door. You can use that as knock it. And I really like the detail on this. She did a fabulous job. It's a little bit blown out, but yeah, all the texture that she added on here, definitely probably in. I think she used Blender,
something,
Mudbox, or something.
Yeah, we didn't look too deep into it, but there's a nice tutorial on one of the sites on how to do some finishing techniques.
Like
there you go.
wire filings to do very cool
metal
filings,
yeah,
Or
to
iron
actually
filings,
make
I think,
iron
yeah.
filings to make it look like metal.
Yeah,
So
very
this is
detailed.
awesome.
You can see like the tongue on the inside, and there's actually room. There's like cavity to add electronics, so definitely want to
Make
put
some
like,
light up eyes.
Yeah,
Make some smoke come out.
put a sensor in there. When it knocks, it'll
It'll make the sound effect using the sound effects board. That'd be cool.
Took about like 38 hours to print. We're using the PLA PHA on this one. So
Some tips that you have on printing this big thing. Maybe start off with the top layers. Don't skimp on the top layers. Always add more top layers.
Yeah, so I think I only
With
did
low
like
infill,
two top layers on this one. You definitely want to do like 4 or something.
Yeah.
But very cool.
Okay, cool.
So as we were printing this out, I think what this is leading to is that we had a clog on the extruder. So
This is the non-heated Type A machine.
yeah. So the PLA PHA it actually expands if you take a look at when it's
When you're
extruding.
purging it. Yeah.
So nozzles with a that are smaller than 0.4 millimeters, it might get clogged, which the Type A is running at 0.34. So we had a little clog in there. When I was removing it, the wires for it broke off.
Oh no, we broke our new extruder. This is the new extruder upgrade that they sent you?
Yeah, but
Okay.
this is also leading to a new item in the shop that we have as well. We got some Kapton tape. So we use this a ton in the factory for isolating components. We add it on top of the USB little port to seal it off. I think you're going to it right now.
Yeah. Well, tell us what you're just
so
wrapping it up
yeah,
here.
so I'm
what
just
is
using it as a strain, to hold it on there a little bit more better.
Okay.
So if you want to pick up some Kapton tape too, very handy for isolating components and widely used in 3D printers.
It's tape for high temperatures.
Yeah, so
You've
it goes up
probably
to like,
seen people use this on heated beds too, which is okay. We've done it for a lot,
yeah.
but
so when we were doing nothing but ABS, we had to use this
back
ginormous.
when PLA was popular,
Yeah.
when it wasn't popular, sorry, in the MakerBot days when MakerBot was a different company. But anyway, yeah, this is a thinner roll of Kapton tape. Let's go.
Definitely handy to have around, especially if you're doing electronics and 3D printing.
33-meter roll, 1 centimeter wide, $5.
Yeah.
And again, we use it in the shop for like USB connectors and different things like that. It is Polyimide tape, but it's kind of like the Kleenex, right? It's a brand name is Kapton. That's why people call it Kapton. So there you go. High temperatures. It ranges from negative 269C to 400C. Crazy. So yeah,
There you go.
that's it. That's the tape. That's the shop talk tape thing.
Check it out.
Okay.
Some more stuff.
More stuff with the Type A machine, Pedro. What is this?
Yeah, so I post on Instagram, as I usually do, and somebody was commenting, "Oh, where did you get that fan guard or
Fan shroud? What's it called?
fan shroud?" Yeah, and linked him to it, and he was like, "Oh, definitely don't want to use a blower. Just want to use the fan that it comes with." And he went off and designed his own. So
What?
testing it out here, and it works pretty good. I will post a link to this in the show notes, but.
Folks, if you have a Type A
very cool.
machines, you might want to consider printing this and upgrading your fan shroud.
Yeah, because it's only blowing on one side, and I don't know why manufacturers still haven't figured out that you kind of need multiple fans, or at least to blow completely around your model.
Yeah.
And you want to be able to blow to the back, not just the front.
The PrinterBot Play does a good job with this. It does have the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. That's cool. So if you guys want to check it out, he actually sent you the Thingiverse, or not Thingiverse, because he said that there was a problem with the Thingiverse.
File, yeah.
This is in Fusion 360. We got the link up there. But yeah, this is completely designed in Fusion 360, and it is available to modify. You can see all the design features that went into it, so you can customize it and stuff. This is just the web UI of showing the project. I think if I can blow it up. So I'm like that he designed the component here, the actual metal block and the fan, and then here's the shroud
space
itself.
things out.
So really nice. So if you want to modify it, or do you have a different thing? Oh wow, here's the bits for the nozzle too. Good stuff.
A really good job on this.
What was his name? I'm sorry. We're sorry about your name, but we will
we
credit
will
you.
link to it, yeah.
We will link to you. Thank you so much for designing this. Definitely going to help a lot of people out who have the Type A machine. Look at that tiny little nozzle, little nipple. There she is. How close can we get? All right.
Okay, next up, more projects
Sorry.
that are coming up.
I just like looking at designs. Yeah, do you want to do Todd Trace?
Yeah, that's what's next.
Todd Trace, our IoT developer working on Adafruit I/O.
Does a lot of woodworking as well.
Yeah, so he sent us some scraps of wood. This is cherry wood, which is very dense, very heavy stuff.
Very
And
fancy.
what we'd like to do is take his one of his projects that he made, but he doesn't have time to do a video for it. This is an NPR radio using a Raspberry Pi Zero and cap touch sensor. Very, very cool project. We're thinking about combining, making some 3D printed mounting brackets and then using wood material, actual wood, and then CNCing it so that we can make an enclosure around those 3D printed stuff. So here's the enclosure that he put together quickly. It's an Adafruit box. And Adafruit boxes and other boxes are really good for prototyping enclosures. But yeah, it's just using the Raspberry Pi Zero, a speaker, a new amplifier that Lamar's working on, and the cap touch sensor, one of the cap touch sensors. And then those files that you see on the top here do like pause, volume, or not volume, but pause, next, and stop, something like that. And they're just wired in to these silicone-coated wires, and then it's glued with, I think, bare conductive ink paint stuff. So pretty cool project. Very cool. It's got a Wi-Fi dongle on the bottom soldered to it too. So that will be a future project.
Very
Good,
cool, yeah.
good
Nice way to
combination.
get into milling wood on the other machine.
Yep, the other machine.
Other mill.
Other mill from other machine. So cool. Good stuff. Thank you, Todd, again, for sending this over.
Oh, next thing.
Happy to collaborate on stuff. What do you got, Pedro?
I'm going to go grab the...
Pedro left me. I'm alone.
Walkera. Next video loaded up.
Oh.
Walkera there. We were testing out
Walkera is a drone.
very fancy little racing drone that we got by mistake. No, the video.
You
We're just
can
testing
show
out.
it here, no? And then I
Yeah.
can show the video?
Yeah, so definitely going to do some 3D printed mounts for this guy. Definitely on the bottom here or maybe on the top, wherever
makes sense.
Yeah.
We need to make a GoPro mount for this guy. This is a racing drone.
Yeah, so ordered some components for the receiver, so we can
Do some
build
FPV? Oh my goodness.
Exactly, yeah.
I've not done
We have a
FPV.
lot of the monitors in the shop to just build our own. We'll build like a hood for it, and this already comes with the transceiver
Yes.
and
Transmitter?
transmitter. Yeah,
Transceiver? Transmiser.
So we'll definitely build some projects for that, and we're just testing it out over the weekend. And oh my god, this thing is a crazy beast.
Roll the B-roll.
So just at the park, and this is like not even half throttle, and it just takes
Where did it
off
go?
like
It's a rocket. Oh my god. So this is 0 to 60 in 2 seconds?
Yeah, something like that. It is pretty insane. I can see why it's like
$400.
top, yeah, the top little racing drone there. But yeah, more drone stuff coming up. We're gonna build some mounts for this, and probably make some enclosures for the receiver.
We're
for
getting
the
ready
FPV.
for the Drone Awards. Did you guys hear about this? This is a contest. If you are a person who flies multi-rotors, we have a contest going on. It's we've got a fantastic panel of judges, some prizes, among winning gift certificate stuff in the Adafruit store, so some free credit. We're going to give away some trophies, 3D printed trophies, polished, using copper fill and bronze fill stuff, so pretty cool trophies. We did a video about it about a year ago on how we put that together. And here are the rules. Be sure to check out adafruit.com/dronies to enter your submissions, to get the rules. It is due, the deadline is June 6th. If you or somebody you know is making some cool video
You can
footage
nominate
with
them, yeah.
And we have already a couple of entries, which we talked about last week, but I don't have the
They're
website
so cool
loaded.
What people are filming.
Yeah, it's inspiring us to do some aerial shots and things, and some more projects, 3D printed projects with drones and camera stiff.
Yeah, again, this
Pretty cool.
The one we're using here is the Walkera F210.
Yeah, Walkera F210. Yeah, it's a new drone thing. Okay, is that it for that one? Is that it for the Dronies? Okay, Dronies, drone, It's really a quadcopter, but whatever.
Printing, drones, electronics.
Okay. We're doing shop talk still. There's still something there. Or is that, I think that's it for shop talk?
One more thing, I believe.
Nope, that's it.
That's it, yeah. Looking at our notes here.
Nope.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump into this week's Community Makes.
Yeah. Did you want to talk Pinshape real quick? You want to plug Pinshape? Pinshape.com/Adafruit. Remember Pinshape, guys? We thought they were going to go away, but they are not. They're not away. Real quick, I think 2 weeks ago, oh, that's not it. I love their 404 page. That is brilliant. Anyway, if you search for Adafruit on Pinshape, we're there now. I took the time to get on there, and they have a really nice way to convert over Thingiverse stuff onto Pinshape. So they're here to stay, I think. There's all of our designs. Is it there? Yeah, there it is. So we got a lot of designs up there. I think it's still, yeah, I think I broke it because we have over 100 plus designs and only 39 show up. So I think I have broken it.
Either that or Thingiverse was like, hey, no
Stop
more.
it. Yeah, stop pinging our stuff. I don't know. But stuff is up there, and I'll try to sort out if I can get the automatic scraper to keep scraping Thingiverse. But yeah, Pinshape is there. We're showing support by joining them.
Cool.
So there you go. That's a quick programming update or something. All right. Next up, Community Makes.
First up, we got stuff with Kirby. Very
You want to
awesome.
do Kirby? Hold on.
RFID door unlocker. This is pretty bad ours.
Where is it? There it is. Okay, so yeah, first up we want to talk about Kirby's project. We've been seeing the development of this project on his Instagram account. So he posted it up on Hackster.io. So again, this is RFID door unlocker using the Lucatron and some other stuff. There it is, 3D printed thing. He actually made a little wood prototype thing, which is pretty cool. 3D printed enclosure. I need to look into more of the project, but it's using an Arduino MKR1000, I think. Yeah, this thing's cool. So check it out if you are interested in doing a project with the Lucatron. So this is a full guide, actually. It's got the wiring diagram and full tutorials. Kirby, are you in the chat room, man?
Yeah, he's in there.
All right. Can you tell us about the project? It's all here, the code and a very good explanation of it, videos and stuff. Kirby's doing it up, man. Be sure to subscribe to Kirby on multiple channels. He's on YouTube called Stuff with Kirby and Keyby881 on Instagram.
Very cool.
Yeah. We have a lot of Kirby stuff today, actually. He also did the PiGRRL0. Woo! Thank you for beta testing the PiGRRL0 project. He put that together. Here's his Instagram. He's built all the PiGRRLs.
Gotta build them all.
That's awesome. Kirby's doing it up. Okay, so yeah, again, subscribe to Kirby.
Oh, yeah, and check him out on GitHub too. He's saying that all of his code is available there.
Okay, good stuff. Once you find one, you'll be able to link into
definitely the type of maker we like to see. Very
Next
cool.
up, another one, Andrew Stott. Cool. Andrew Stott. He also built the PiGRRL0 project as a beta tester. Doing great stuff as well. Check him out. He goes by Disrupt It Yourself on Instagram and YouTube. So check him out.
Very
Good
cool.
stuff. Okay, next up. Oh yeah, Kirby also made he did a nice little Time Lapse Tuesday. So he's doing like Time Lapse Tuesday every Tuesday too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the things that we're doing too, and it's nice to see other folks do it. So.
Yeah, this week he built Phil B's a very handy little solder extractor. So very cool.
Cool time lapses. Good stuff. Okay. Next up.
Next
we
up
have
we got
shout out to Garret from Chaos Core Tech. This week he made Clank from Ratchet and Clank because it's a new upcoming game. There's a new version of it coming out apparently, and he went ahead and designed this adorable little Clank robot. He has his partner, his wife in crime, does a lot of the painting and finishing techniques. So it's like a good collaborative project. It's on Thingiverse and other places like Pinshape and the like. And he goes through his modeling. I think he goes through, he goes a little bit over the speed modeling of modeling it in Fusion 360 and then printing it. So very, very cool to see this project come to life here. And be sure to subscribe to Garret.
Amazing quality. Look
Yeah,
at that.
Chaos
Wow.
Core Tech. Also, shout out to Garret because he did, I think it was yesterday, last night.
Some Fusion tutorials, yeah.
He did a Fusion 360 tutorial for beginners. He started off with Tinkercad, a lot like how I did, and then he moved over to Fusion 360. So he just goes through some of the things that he had to work through to really get comfortable with it, because it's always one of those things to jump into a new CAD. It's like, it's always kind of painful a little bit.
A lot of cursing involved.
For us, it was, yeah. It's like, oh my God, why isn't this simpler?
Because you always want it to work like the
other
software that you're accustomed to, and that's
right.
never going to be the case.
Yep.
You just got to
bite the bullet and get comfortable with it and do it now. So there you go. Garret, thank you so much for sharing.
Very cool.
Good stuff. Again, this thing will be available. And
so the D20.
Yep. Actually, I want to talk about Reily. This just came in. I just got it. Be sure to like it.
Very cool little Arduino keyboard.
This is an Arduino keypad that he put together. He went through quite. Everybody goes through quite a few different prototypes. You know, PiGRRL went through like 10 of them.
Yeah, this.
Be sure to recycle them. It's like
through
in
like
the
20
recycling bin.
different for each little part. There's like
Yeah.
20 different revisions for each little part of any project. So
yeah,
don't feel
especially
bad.
when you're crunched. Yeah, don't feel bad, bro.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you keep on iterating. Is all about 3D printing. But he put together a really nice keypad enclosure for an Arduino. I think it's a locker too. So he kind of demos it a little bit here, where he punches in a combination and it turns the micro servo. So good stuff. He goes by Extreme 3D. He does, I think, weekly videos too. So check him out on YouTube. Good stuff. Thank you, Reily. It'd be nice to see you on the show and tell if you have time. We know you're stressed for time and stuff with schools, but there you have it. Riley's doing good stuff. Okay, we got the last one.
Next up, we got a very awesome.
The tracer gun. Okay, so a couple weeks, or probably a month ago, we reached out to Simone Fontana from My Mini Factory. He's in London, and he's done quite a few cosplay projects. And he recently did the tracer gun from the new game from Blizzard that's coming out in May called Overwatch. This is the tracer gun, and he 3D printed it. Looks really cool, but he had the idea to incorporate some NeoPixels LEDs, microcontroller, and make it come alive, make it like light up and stuff. So collaborated on upgrading his project to have NeoPixels in a Adafruit Bluefruit 32U4 Feather LE. Butchered the name, but you know what I'm talking about. There it is there. Battery and things. And yeah, this is his first electronics project and 3D printing electronics project. Because we have a lot of guides and available demo code, he was able to prototype it, get it working, and design around the components so he can fit his existing design to fit real components to make it light up.
Yeah.
And pew, pew, pew. Good
So
stuff.
this
Is awesome.
He came on the show and tell last night.
Yep.
So you check that out if you want to see him show it off. But very cool. Wow, this thing is awesome.
Yeah, so this is a build video, and it will be out later on his channel, so be sure to subscribe to him. On YouTube, you can check him out on Patreon, on Instagram. He goes by the handle FNTSMN. I think it's for Fontana Simon.
Very cool.
So yeah, very good stuff. Good job, Simon. Sorry, I'm just like amazed at the quality of work. This is awesome. So very cool, and yeah, hopefully we'll see some stuff from Blizzard too. That I think you're gonna highlight and promote the video as well.
Cool.
Hey, Sami's in the chat room. What's up, man? It'll be online in the next minutes. That's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah.
Exclusive here first or something, yeah. But yeah, check them out too on the show and tell.
And a quick note on this. Definitely, if we're always looking out to collaborate, and we've sent out quite a bit of components to people, and a lot of people don't actually follow through and actually build anything. So we're always very excited to see that people actually take the initiative, and tough, actually do things with the projects.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. We're always, we have a budget to, send out components to have people, experiment, because especially with cosplayers, because, that is definitely the next frontier of electronics, and definitely with 3D printing. people incorporating lights to make their projects come to life.
Yep.
And not a lot of people actually follow through. So.
It's hard, man. It's incredibly difficult. You really have to have the dedication, the passion, and yeah, you have to sort of make sacrifices and things to make the time to do this. It is very hard, especially if it's your first time doing electronics.
It could be a little bit
intimidating.
It
can be a little intimidating, but
we also
here
send it
to
to
help
people who have been doing electronics for quite a while, and they don't follow through either. So
yeah, it's tough.
No,
it's
definitely ginormous ups for
so thank you, Simon. Yeah. Alrighty. I think that's going to be it for the community makes. Guys, if you have some projects that you'd like to share with us, you can tag us in Instagram, and then the Facebooks, on YouTube, and the like, or we'll find you. And that's Community Makes. Woo! Thank you guys, everybody, and good luck on your ventures with electronics and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, good stuff.
Last note, I think the Twit one, the D20.
Oh yeah, one last thing.
Yeah.
Community Make here. We'll talk about this real quick. So, do you guys remember the screensavers? The new screensavers came out a little bit ago, and I try to watch it here and now and then. It's tough to get time to watch like a full hour show, but they usually do tech-related stuff. They were, of course, back when Tech TV was a thing and there wasn't a YouTube and there wasn't social media. Tech TV was one of those things where it was like, wow, I would watch it because we were younger, we were like little kids. And I never thought they'd feature some of our stuff, so here they are featuring the D20 project that we collaborated with Phil Burgess, Painter Dragon. And this was pretty cool to see, but as soon as this guy here cracked it open, I was a little not disappointed, a little bit sad, because there's a lot of Arduino clones. there's like no Adafruit parts in there, and it's an Adafruit project. At some point, you look at the code and it says, please support Adafruit because we spend a lot of time and resources on these projects. Consider buying something from Adafruit. Yeah, this guy did not.
Yeah,
it's like, come on, dude. But anyway, at least you went the time and put the project together. He apparently runs a makerspace. Adafruit does support makerspaces. We give discounts to bulk orders, especially folks that run makerspaces, so you can get this at cost. But what are you going to do? It's an open source project. You're free to do what you want with it. But
I guess the real funny part is that I opened it up and it didn't work.
It didn't
so
work.
That's what
the demo gods were not happy. They were like, battery's dead, whatever. But it's all good. This is a very, very cool project. Had a lot of fun time building it with Phil B. Mm-hmm. And check that out if you haven't seen it yet. It is an actual talking D20. This is the 20-sided die that's usually incorporated with Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah. And it actually talks to you when you roll the dice. It has an accelerometer. It knows. It has a table mapping of where all the numbers are. So it's pretty cool. Now it's not perfect. It's not weighed perfectly. It's not super balanced and legit. Whatever for.
But oh my God! It knows what side you landed on.
Yeah, it's a cool conversation demo thing. Mm-hmm. It's fun. It's very fun.
All right, cool. I think that'll wrap it up for this week's
Community Makes is done. Now we're gonna jump into Q&A.
Remember, if you guys have any questions, you can leave them in any of the videos, and we'll gather them up for a future episode. First one up from Mr. Chris Young.
Yep, Chris Young
has some cooling issues.
This one. Boop, boop. All right, so Christian is asking, I have a question for the next mailbag. Oh, it's going to call mailbag. When I print some very small parts, it doesn't take very long for them to print. That means that the plastic doesn't have time to cool, and I tend to get sagging parts. I'm using Cura, and it has a setting for the minimum time for a layer to print. And it will even optionally retract the head and pause if a layer prints too fast. But I'm wondering, what a good minimum layer time is. I'm using a Printerbot Plus and PLA at 210. I know the real answer to the question is experiment and see what works for you, but I wondered what your experience was on minimum layer times. However, you guys may be the wrong ones to ask since your prints are gigantic. Case in point, the giant dragon and
Deca. I mean, not always. I mean, all the tiny little buttons that we did for, the Pi Zero or these little guys. What I have to do is print 2 of them, and I think we saw in the comments that you actually don't want to waste by printing 2 or doing OO shield.
Yeah, we haven't experimented too much with the minimum layer time. We actually don't do that too much. We just make 2 copies of it. So, I think you're more ahead of the game on that one than us because we don't actually use that feature. We just make two parts.
It, yeah, we separate as far away from each other as we can, and that definitely helps out. Another thing you could do is, you know, those little fans.
A desk,
like a little desk fan. Yeah, definitely just attach that to. I mean, it's not gonna help if you have a heated bed. It might cool it down, but you could try that if you don't need heat.
Yeah.
You can also try, like we were talking about earlier with the Type A machine, the little fan shroud design, or add an additional fan. I mean, there are spots on there to add more fans.
Yeah.
So those are some options. But probably the most easiest one is just print 2 of the same copy. I mean, you'll have a spare, if anything.
Yeah. But it's cool that Cure has this feature.
Yeah. Oh, and if you check on the blog, it was released earlier today.
A new version of Cura came out.
Yeah, 2.1, I believe.
Cool.
New version. I was just in there just playing around with it, and they do have a ton more settings that you'll be able to adjust. So take a look at that.
Yeah. I just took a peek. Sparky code, is it turned on already? Not yet. We're working on it. We got a show to finish. Sorry about that. A lot of things you have to do. Well, thank you, Chris Young, for the question. We appreciate the question, and I think you got a good answer here. Experiment and see what works for you in typical maker fashion. Marcus Penny is dropping by saying, first off, love the show. Question, are you guys planning on 3D printing enclosures like the one you're holding in the video for popular stock quad frames like this one? There are a lot of us who would love to get an enclosure like that. I can see modding some retractable legs. That is a pretty cool idea. We just talked about the Wakira F210, and yes, we are planning to do an enclosure, mainly just a camera enclosure for the GoPro, not an actual full replacement for this frame, because this frame is carbon fiber and it's very versatile, very robust, and very strong. So expect to see more drone mounting apparatuses, I guess I can say. But thank you for the comment, Marcus. Next up, we have, I hit the wrong button. We have Jose Luis Goncalves on the 7-inch portable Raspberry Pi multi-touch tablet. Thank you very much, Adafruit, for the good video. Can you tell me where I can buy such housing to put my Raspberry Pi 3 and something else where I can hear on display 7 because I have an open elect? And Cody, I can only see the picture, but the audio is not. Thank you very much. Hope you're answering because my English is not that good. Not a problem, Jose. I actually found this morning. This is a new enclosure that came out from modmypi.com. Let me show it to you now. I'll have the link. But this came out. This is a really nice enclosure for the Raspberry Pi 2 and 3 and the 7-inch multi-touch display that we were talking about here. So it's a nice injection molded case, very, very slim, and it has the nice chunkiness in the back there for the Pi and the display driver. All the ports are accessible, and it's a really nice injection molded case. It also has these little hang hooks, these little hook holders for hanging it on the wall or something, so that's pretty cool. I think it goes for, how much? $18. That's a pretty good deal. Good stuff. Yeah, so check that out, Raspberry Pi case. Black on modmypi.com. Maybe we'll get some in the shop too, because I think this is Europe, yeah? With the euros. Yep, euros. Or is that pounds? Let me know in the comments, because I'm not sure. All right, back to the QA. Thank you for the question. I just happened to find that. I keep hitting the wrong button. Okay, Randy Scribner Jr. is asking, hey guys, is there any way to make this and have it connect to wireless controllers? I can only use one hand, so the Game Gear look has always been a problem for me. But if it had a controller, it would not be a problem, so I can get HDMI. And also, can we get HDMI ports so we can hook it up to our TVs when we're not on the go? Yes, it is possible. You can use the single port to plug that into. There's a USB jack on top of the enclosure. It has access to the USB port. You can plug in a USB hub and then plug in USB dongles or Bluetooth dongle or whatever into that, because Emulation Station supports all sorts of different controllers. And for the HDMI port thing, in the back of the enclosure there's an opening for the battery. You could just leave out the battery and then get a bigger HDMI cable and then route that to your TV. It's definitely possible, and yeah, I think that could work totally. And if it is, of course, using the Raspberry Pi A+, we plan to redo this project with a Pi 3 in the futures. But thanks for the question. Next up is from Tropical Web Surfer. For my PiGRRL 2, I took some metal tape that's for like furnace ducts, that aluminum stuff, and I had the metal side in towards the battery. Then I folded it a bit to expose the metal and touched the metal housing of the HDMI connector to ground it, and the metal tape also acts as a shield. Ever since I've done this, that hiss you're talking about is gone. Yes. This is confirmed. Tropical Web Surfer has confirmed it. You can use a little bit of metal tape, aluminum tape, I guess, to eliminate that hissing problem. I think Kirby had that problem too. I had that problem, but I just found a right spot, like a sweet spot for where it's not that bad, the hiss. You can hear it, you can slightly hear it. But I'll give this a try too. But yeah, thank you for the comment.
Break this for all builds going forward.
Yeah, right. Like shield the battery and ground it. Good stuff. Next one is from Almost Sober. I want to make something almost ridiculously larger for my hubby's large man hands. He also plays emulators on his phone. He needs a dedicated retro handheld, maybe slightly bigger than the original Game Boy. This is on the Part 7 PiGRRL 0 Layer by Layer. Yeah, PiGRRL, Super PiGRRL 3, I guess is what we'll try to work on. But you can try doing the PiGRRL Super Game Pi project too.
I just add Raspberry Pi 3 on there and you'll be good to go.
It doesn't fit, but that's right.
No.
It's for the A.
It's in
boy.
It's in progress.
It's in my mind. I'll work on it.
It's on the list.
But yeah, no, it's a good idea. I need to make something bigger for large Manhattans. Thanks, Almost Sober. The next question is on the same video, Part 7. JC evaluations. If the case was modded and the HDMI port was extended outside the case, could this be used as a console connector to the HDMI to a TV and a USB hub for additional USB controllers? Basically a portable console that could be used as a home console for multiplayers, assuming the HDMI port would still work, of course. That sounds like a whole new project. I think Andrew Scott was actually working on making an enclosure that looks like a Super Nintendo, and then that would be like a portable, well, not portable, but like a tethered game console. So it's something that you could totally do. And there's, of course, like regular Nintendo enclosures for your Pi. So that's probably more what you want, since you don't want to use it. This is custom built for the screen, for the custom gamepad. So you don't have to butcher this and turn it into a whole new project. There's already enclosures out there too. What page is that of?
Oh man.
He needs water. Bad recorder covers is asking on the PiGRRL 2. I'm planning on doing this build of this, but I'm rather new to it. I have some trouble getting the preset PiGRRL image onto my Pi, so I use the default RetroPie image. My question is, will the internal controller be detected by RetroPie and have configurable button mappings in the menu? So yeah, good question. First up, the PiGRRL image is pre-configured to work pretty much only with the Pi TFT, the display. So if you don't have the Pi TFT plugged into your Raspberry Pi and you use the HDMI, you might see something that's different or not, or something or not at all. I haven't really tested it, but it is pre-configured with the button mappings already associated to it. That's why we made an image, so nobody has to muck around with the table mapping or the frame buffer tools. It's all preset and ready to go, assuming that you have all the parts assembled and things. So there's that one. And can you change the mappings later? I believe each emulator has a standalone configuration for mapping keys. But if you want to map the actual GPIO buttons, you'll have to edit the retrogame.c file, which we have a guide on how to do that, written by Phil B.
Yep. So
there's a couple options there for you. Okay, next one. That's from Mike Rhoda on the Layer by Layer for the Pi 0 Part 2 enclosure. So where can we order one of these cases? Also, is it set up so you can install a screen? Yeah, you can install a screen on top of it. Where can you order the cases? Search online. You can maybe find an injection molded one, or if you just want a 3D printed one, you could use something like 3D Hubs or Shapeways, depending on what you want to spend, to 3D print it and ship it to you. But yeah, there you go. There's some options again. Thank you, Mike. Next one from Nathan King on part 6 of the Layer by Layer PiGRRL 0. Maybe he should have braced the back of the pegs holding the board in place for strength, since there will be a lot of stress on them, and chamfered the hole for the jack so it doesn't mind going in at an angle. Good comment. I have since added the USB female jack as opposed to the audio jack, but that's a good comment, or it's a good suggestion. Definitely could help out with some of that strain release there. Okay. Next one is from Comics and Cosplay on one of the Hangouts. Can you polish other metal filaments the same way as bronze, or will silver and gold require a different type of polishing? It really depends. Okay, so using a tumbler in medium, it really depends on the medium that you're using. If you're using brass, it's going to look like brass. If you're using steel, it's going to look like steel, no matter what filament you use, or at least that's what I found. So I think yes. I don't know where you would get gold medium for a tumbler.
Like the paint or something that they use on the screws.
Yeah. Okay. So yes and no?
Yeah, I wouldn't combine them together. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Let's get the question. Next one is from Andre G on the Bluetooth camera slider. Nice project. I bought the shield and the stepper motor. Could you please upload the final parts of the tutorial explaining how to customize the sketch and how to control the slider with the smartphone? Thanks a lot. I appreciate your work. Thank you for the nice comment. Yeah, we sort of did not follow through on the software stuff, but I'm going to consider doing a part 3 where we just go a little bit over the sketch so you can modify it, the speed and whatnot. At least we can do that. But yeah, need to revisit this one. So we'll consider it. We got a lot of projects planned out, but we'll see if we can add this one in the coming months.
Cool.
Next one from Stepchai. Is it really 50 millimeters a second? This is on Timeless Tuesday Ninja Turtle, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. What is your backlash speed set to? No one with the M3D has been able to print that fast without shifting. It can't be done, Pedro. How did you do it?
I don't know. I'm using M3D Fio and OctoPrint.
What's the backlash speed?
It's 1500.
1500 step?
Yeah. No,
So-
just the backlash.
oh,
Whatever
1500.
Whatever value that is for that.
No, I meant
Yeah.
Step. His name is Step Chai.
What is my... huh?
That's his name, Step Chai.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
Oh.
backlash speed is 1500.
Okay.
Whatever the units for that
Got
is.
it.
So yeah, it's default. I'm using... I don't even know what firm. Whatever comes with M3D Fio.
M3D Fio, what is the... Is it 92?
I think it is
75?
local.11, yeah.
Local dot 11? I can't do it. Whatever, I was going to show it to you.
Yeah, OctoPrint.
OctoPrint
Octopi.local. No, Octopi-11.
dot local.
Yeah.
We're going to try to load this up now. And this is live, so it probably won't work.
Of course not.
No, it's working, kind of. We're going to show you Step, what we got going on here. So Step, if you're not using OctoPrint, please use OctoPrint. And this reminds me, I have to talk about something regarding OctoPrint after the Q&A.
I think it's in, yeah,
Octopi, right?
admin.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie. There we go.
And you go to settings, go to M3D Fio, or plugins. No. M3D Fio.
No.
Scroll down, and our backlash is set
1500 millimeters a minute.
Yeah.
And backlash Y is 0.6 millimeters. We definitely recommend checking out the M3D Fio plugin for OctoPrint. We're getting some really good results. But yeah, it's printing at 50 millimeters a second.
And yeah, go ahead
Does
and
that
look at
it?
the controls. This is why I really like this. You got access to all your calibration. You can do like, click on the filament one. You can do like mid-level,
Mid-print, mid-level print. Advanced stuff, like, I don't even know.
Oh wow, look at all these firmwares that are out for it. I didn't even know.
I don't
Wow.
even know.
Didn't even know.
EEPROM. What is all this madness?
Yeah,
I don't know.
It gives you a ton of control.
Too much control. Anyway,
So
Step, I hope that
definitely
helps
check
you
that
out. That's what we got going on there. All right, moving on. Thank you, Step, for the question. I think you asked last week, and there you go. Next one is on Ivan, Retrobit, on the Part 7 PiGRRL 0. Have you thought of maybe facing a speaker downwards so they can be installed the same way the L and R buttons are, like in the Dingo A320? The Dingo A320, I took a look at that. That was something that was made in the earlier 2000s, I think. It's a Linux-based portable handheld. It looks a lot like it. Pretty cool. Yes, I have considered putting speakers in an amplifier, but I'm going to leave that out of this project because we're trying to keep the build cost really low and the assembly simple and minimal for first-time beginner enthusiasts and stuff. So that's why I left it out. Hope you guys can understand. And there's not a lot of room in the case. So there you go. But thanks, Ivan, for the comment. Next one is on the PiGRRL 2. Can the case be printed with the M3D printer next to you in the video? Yes.
Of course, that's why we had it in there, and we have a sliced up version. We're also going to do that with the Pi Zero as well.
Yeah.
So you can print it on like a Printbot Play or anything, with the small bed.
That's right. So it's included in the Thingiverse files. There's a split up version, so you can print both of them and then glue them together. A couple weeks ago, I was showing people my process of like finishing it and trying to get rid of that seam. I have since stopped because I have other projects to do and I don't have time to do it.
But it works. Have done it, and
yeah. Good stuff. Well, thanks, Dan. Next one is from Borna123. Is it possible to make it output HDMI? I don't see a port in this build. Well, yeah, the Raspberry Pi has a port. You'd have to create a new opening. The files are open source, so you can download them and you can put them in whatever CAD package you want because you can download it in different file formats like STEP or IGS or SAT or many other ones that are just don't remember right now. But yeah, it's definitely possible. Just check out the learning guide on learn.adafruit.com to get access to the Autodesk public shared link so you can get the full goodness. Next one is from David Klein. Does the Kippa work with the Pi Zero? Yes, as of 4.11, Lamar has updated the software to work with the latest version of Jessie. So they will work with not just the Pi Zero, but Pi 2, Pi 3, and all the new Jessie Pis. So there you go.
Bump up some projects that were on the list, like the 7-inch Touch Pi, or no, the 7-inch Touch Pi.
Touch Pi.
So it'll be coming back.
Matsy is asking a Strawberry Maker, what kind of buttons are you using? Are they still the SNES controller buttons? I'm thinking for the Pi Zero project, this one. Nope, they are 6mm tack switch buttons. They're momentary buttons. They're a little loud, but we are looking into getting something that is more like a rubber elastomer buttons that has the same footprint as the 6mm buttons. So we're working on that. Next one is from Jaren on the Part 7 label layer. Couldn't you make extra space for speakers by extruding rounded grips for your hands instead of having flat backside? Then in the round part, you could have one or two small speakers mounted with room to spare for a audio amplifier headphone breakout. I'd still love to see an analog stick for the PS1 or Nintendo 64 games. Aren't there little nub joysticks available like the new 3DS uses for the camera control? Otherwise, it's a really neat project. Well, thank you, Joran. Again, I'm going to have to repeat what I said earlier. We really want this project to be minimal assembly and low-cost parts. We add more parts to the flame with adding a speaker, joystick, and all that stuff. But it's a good starting point if you want to remix the project. It's a good place to start. But, yeah, there you go. I think that's the answer. Okay, Pedro's just checking on the comments and stuff. Thank you, Pedro. Next one is from Nathan King. Why only certain spots and not all the way around for the enclosure, like a solid clamp along the perimeter of the case? This is from Nathan King on the Better Snap Fit enclosure tutorial, layer by layer, that happened yesterday. I just didn't consider it at the time. It's definitely possible you could sweep along the edge with one profile. You could totally do that. But maybe it'll make it harder. I haven't tried it yet. I just haven't tried it yet. But at least this is one starting point to give that a try. But I think it's a good idea. Yeah, if you want it super clamped. Super clamp. Where am I?
Yeah, that's it.
No, so what is Nathan King again? What is planned after the on-air sign? Hopefully nothing. Not that I don't want more of this stuff, just that I prefer to be watching the project progress throughout the design phase, like this series has been. So hopefully you don't have anything planned for the next project, but I hope you're still going to do it. Thanks for the videos and good job. Well, thank you for the comment. I'm not sure if it made sense to me that much.
Yeah,
you don't want me to make new stuff?
Yeah, we kind of need to make projects to do
I need to make new stuff.
processes.
Yeah. I don't know, but thanks for the comment, Nathan. Apparently he likes the videos. Next one is from Diode Press. Great design. Maybe create a separate part file for these tabs. Then you could just insert them into the new model and merge and cut as required. It would save some steps from future designs. Definitely a good idea. I will consider doing that.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you,
I
Diode.
can quickly update the size that I have for mine. They're
Yeah.
ready to export, so
Good stuff.
they shall be available.
Yes, we've made it through all the questions. Thank you so much for the questions.
Or a quick note on OctoPrint.
Oh my goodness.
So
Gina, please guys, you need to support Gina on Patreon. She was being funded by a BQ, and for reasons undisclosed, they are moving out of 3D printing, I think. So Gina posted on Google Plus about her situation. Please check out that, her Google Plus page on what's going on with OctoPrint. I really, really hope it doesn't go away. We are definitely supporting her on Patreon. Let me refresh and see if anything has changed. But check her out on patreon.com/Fusel. That's her handle on Twitter and on other social places. She is the creator of OctoPrint. We all use OctoPrint. We love OctoPrint. Check out her video explaining the deals and check out her Google Plus profile. So please consider supporting her on Patreon. Yes. We do not want OctoPrint to go away.
Definitely a software we use
All the time. All of our printers.
multiple times a day, yeah.
Yes.
And a lot of projects have been based off of that as well. So
People have
they better
heard.
be
They are.
buttoned.
You got to put your wallet where your whatever is.
Yeah.
So 92 patrons so far, $400 a month. We need to get that up. So please, if you haven't heard about it, now you know. Check it out. Gina, we support you.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you, guys, for listening and coming by. All right. Well, we got to work on this thing here, the Sparky thing. So we got to get off the show and work on stuff. But thank you guys again. We got links and stuff. They're over there. I hope you know about them. We have a lot of shows and stuff. This is 3D Hangout. We do this every Thursday at 11 a.m. now. We switched times. It used to be at 3 p.m. Now it's at 11 a.m. So remember that. We schedule it out on Facebook and YouTube. Hope you guys are still watching. Ask Engineer is on. It was on yesterday. It's every Wednesday at 8 p.m. And before that, it's 7:30. We have the show and tell. We invite all folks around the world to come in and show off their stuff. Tony D is killing it too with his Watch Tony's Desk series, Internet of Things, Raspberry Pi, deep dive code deep dive on Twitch, exclusive on Twitch, and then he archives it later on YouTube. But hopefully he's going to start doing Facebook too as well, so you can try that out. Lamar with PT from the Desk of Lady Ada happens every other day, sort of, whenever, impromptu. So check that out. She's on all the broadcasts, all the places, Periscope and Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, all of them. So check them out. Okay. Do you want to answer questions on the show?
Not
Chats?
too many.
Not too many questions. Sorry, guys. We're running out of time.
All right, cool.
But thank you guys so much for watching. We will catch you guys next week. Good luck on all your adventures and makery goodness. Thank you guys for stopping by. We'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
See ya.